Welcome back to the life on my homestead. It is 14th of November today and we are ready to do our November garden tour. Come on. Today is a bit of a dull grey day. Yesterday we had a lovely sunny blue sky autumn day and I've decided to work quite a bit in a garden. So this was one of my projects. I have been using up these cauliflowers now for about a month. I still got quite a few left, but you can only eat, one, max two a week. What we did, I've made fried cauliflower heads with chips. We've made cauliflower cheese. Did I make cauliflower curry? I'll make cauliflower curry this week as well. I've also made cauliflower sauce, soup, so much more. But yeah, we do love cauliflower, and because it's in the season, it's much better to be than just come and pick in the garden. So I have harvested nearly 2 rows of cauliflower, and I replaced the cauliflowers with some other things. What I've done, I've just raked it through, put about 1 inch of homemade compost in these 2 beds, and I've put some garlic. So 2 rows of garlic on each bed. These 2 rows of garlic they've been in my potting shed in module trays, so they had a bit of a head start. So that's why I've put these hoops over. They need to be covered. I don't want the pigeons and the birds pulling them out now or demolish them. I think that I've got 2 rows of radishes. The reason I say I think, because I've used up lots of my oldish seeds behind you in one of the raised bed in the hoop, and there were sweet turnip, different varieties of radishes, and whatever came up, I've just picked them out, put them in the potting shed to grow on, and I've planted them out. So I'm not sure actually what they are. I think they are all radish rows, 2 radish rows. I've got 1 dill there, and because we've already had 4 mild frost for mid-November. That's actually a mild weather. I'm not complaining because still got so much grown in the garden, and what I love seeing every day are the flowers, and what the bees love as well. They still take in pollen and whatever they need. It's just amazing. So this area is it's pretty much done. I'm keep harvesting by end of November. I really have to, because it's slightly going over, but that's okay. I'm still gonna eat those cauliflowers, that mullein around it. Probably the frost will kill those, and eventually probably will lose these flowers, and that's gonna be another bed. So I will be putting something in here probably as well. If you move along, I've got 2 different plans for the 2023 garden season for this whole row. This is like a very big area of the garden. It looks so much going on at the moment. What my aim is the next couple of years now to remove, as much as I love the flowers, because they just spread. Like, I have removed so much of this poached egg plant. They've got this yellow and white fried egg looking flowers, a little bit like daisy or chamomile, but they just spread so badly. Same than calendula. Yeah, I would like to create another flower bed around the property, different flower bed, and just remove all from the vegetable garden. Not all, but some. So what plan is, I can have 8-9 different beds in here. I was also thinking about having maybe a arch in here for next year, but we'll see. Maybe just half of that one or something, but I'm not sure yet. But what I've done, I have cleared this bed and made this our new but again I think it's radish or swede. I think it's radish and garlic and spinach bed. So same thing, I raked it through, picked out the weed and put an inch of compost on the top, and I've planted out from the potting shed a row of spinach. There's one dill in there, calendula, a row of garlic, radish. So we'll see what's gonna happen. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to do in here. But it's just nice jobs now. I work as much as I can until we have the hard frost or even snow. So what I've managed to do, I've done actually so much harvesting yesterday. I've harvested so much of tomatillo, beans. I harvested most of the beans now from the bean arch, because this week we will have our proper frost. I think by Wednesday or by end of the weekend, I think we're gonna have a frost. Another thing about the mullein, as you can see, this is the mullein plant, and that spread like crazy. It's literally all over my garden. What is good and bad? Good because the bees love it. Every single day, even now, mid-November, I can see the bees, you know, come and visit in and taking whatever they need. But I think I'm gonna create an area for them somewhere else in a property where it's not gonna take over my vegetable garden as such. So, but I keep them at the moment until we can go. I've cleared this area as well yesterday, so we can see now actually what we have in here, what's going on. So we've got a couple of cabbages, Brussels sprouts going in here, chard, we've got some beetroot left in here. So all these should be okay with the frosty weather. We've got carrots left over here, dill, chamomile, leek, row of leek in here. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm not finished with this bed, but I've made the progress, what is good. Coming next again, this looks like again like a mullein, that yellow flower, the mullein patch, and that's supposed to be something else. So I had no heart to pull them out because of the bees, because the bees love them when they shoot up with these flowers. So yeah, this is a bit of a mess. That needs attention, that needs working on the next couple of months if I can. Same as my herb garden. What I have done in here, I've cut it back to this level. They were really high up, but it needs a bit more tidying up. I absolutely love that yellow dahlia. You're supposed to take the dahlia tubes, dig them out for the winter and leave it in a dry, cool place, but I just never got to it, and it still keep coming back for me, so that's good. If we come over here, this is the bean arch. A bean arch has now finished. Saying that until tomorrow, honestly, it was still, I've never thought, because it was such a slow going, especially the butter bean, what we love, and I managed to grow and harvest so much of the butter beans. So happy about that. Like a bolotti, French beans, they've gone a long time ago, but the butter beans managed, luckily, because we had such a long growing season. I've harvested loads. All these beetroot were my transplanted from the other area to this area as an experiment, and something's eating them, I think the mice, but that was an experiment that it's working, so you can transplant and move beetroot about and it's still working. So that's what I was on about. I've just sown so much seeds. Yeah. So all these, I've just sown all these seeds. Pea, radish, the black Spanish round, lettuce, Balmain, cotton come again, Hollywood, kale, red Russian, parsley, Attica, all different varieties of spinach, chard, turnip, rocket, swede. So yeah, what I've done, I've just sowed literally all these seeds in this small bag. I thought, see what's happened. They were old seeds, so I just wanted to use them. I'll give it a go. And most of them actually came up, so I had so much. What I've done, been pulling them out, a few from here and there, but because obviously I'm not 100% sure what is what, I've been just putting them in my homemade compost in module trays in a potting shed, and they grew some really nice plants. And that's what I've just planted just behind you in that hoop, and then where my cauliflower is as well, and still loads in a potting shed. So that's why I'm not sure exactly what is what, but never mind. As long as it's food and feed us nice nutrition, that's all I care about. So, but still got loads in here. So looks like chard, that must be the turnip, onion, radish, peas. I've got all the kale in here, and yeah, all mixtures of everything, spinach, but never mind. Yeah, this is, look at the nasturtium, it's still going hard. This is not frost hardy at all, so we know we've not had hard frost yet because they're still thriving. The beans, what I'm gonna do, cut them in a soil level, so leave the root in a soil and clear the top bit. Brassica cage, if you can peek through, that needs some attention. Still got so much kale, cabbages to harvest, and some new growing things, but I'm gonna make progress and probably will show you in the December garden tour. My flower area, again, I'm probably removing as much as I can, and I might make this as a vegetable area for next year. We have harvested all the artichoke. We've already made some lovely soup, roasted tomatillo, courgette, and artichoke green soup with cheese. It's delicious, and sourdough bread. You might notice all the sunflowers now have gone. We had a very big wind a couple of weeks ago, and they were all flattened. Unfortunately, had to be removed. They were just all over the place. I cleared these two beds so you can see how beautiful the celery. I've never had this beautiful celery, and I've got celeriac growing in here as well, and 2 rows of carrot. Look, this volunteer peas is flowering. Unbelievable. This area needs work. This still got the leftover. This got actually nearly everything what it had through the gardening season. So that needs attention. And my last bit is I've cleared out where the squash was and sunflowers, and I've put mostly onions. I think I've got 2 rows of garlic, but mostly overwintering onions. So yeah, that's it. We can show you what variety. So the onion is these 2 variety I have. The onion is the San Shio, I don't know how to say it. So that's done really well in Napolitana last year. And I've got this garlic, not sure what variety, just trying experimenting. So this is my November garden tour. As you can see, so much still going on for November. I hope you're having a lovely November so far and lovely gardening. See you back in December. Bye!